in that contest on Saturday could buy a bucket 2 foot in.
No, you're right. Both teams struggling coming out of the Thanksgiving break, and I don't know if it's just because that they were out of school and the holiday and lack of practice, but it really showed that first half. Winamac, you know, now standing at 6-0, they're a pretty good ball club, but boy, Saturday night they were not able to put anything together, and Rochester wasn't either, and it was just kind of a grind just to get through it.
You know, the paint wasn't friendly to Rochester, nor was the free throw line.
Right, and you know, you're going to have that coming out of a break. You don't get much practice time. The girls get away from that rhythm and that routine at the free throw line, but boy, 13 of 33 is a little bit unexcusable, and you know, you would expect them to maybe be 50 or 60% from the line, but not 20.
You know, I think Tony Stasiak used to say, yeah, we missed 20 shots, and then we had 30 turnovers, so maybe we had about 50 turnovers.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of equals down to that. We miss a free throw, and
yeah, I mean, you come out and you don't get any bucket on the offensive end. They put you on the Winamac's. Quite frankly, Winamac's best defense was to foul Rochester and put them on the free throw line.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So hopefully they can put that behind them and come out and play. I think this Peru team is going to be more to the competition level for Rochester. I think even had Rochester played well, it would have been a struggle to beat Winamac. They're really, really good.
But yeah, they're good and they're long, and you're right. They get to bounce back quickly to the Rochester Lady Zebras. They've had 1 day to prepare for a Peru team that was supposed to be played a couple of weeks ago, but because of the snow day here and there, has been pushed to tonight. So Rochester comes in with a record of 3-3, 0-1 in the TRC. The Peru Tigers, Brad, 2-5 overall and 0-2 in the TRC. And when you talk thin, when you look in the dictionary and look under thin benches, the Peru Tiger roster is in there.
They had 6 that came out of the locker room. I'm guessing a few more will join them from the JV team, but yeah, they're going to be thin on numbers. If they get into the kind of foul trouble that we had at the Winamac game on Saturday, Peru's going to be looking for volunteers in the crowd.
You know, we wondered how Karina Peterson would come back and Lexi Thomas would come back from Saturday's injury. They're both in the game tonight, and they really don't show any effect of being injured.
Yeah, and that's good. You know, every coach says, you know, these kids are resilient, and it's, you know, they roll an ankle or smash a knee on one day, and 2 days later, you know, they forgot they even did it.
Takes us 2 weeks to recover from that.
yeah.
JV game tonight went to Rochester over Peru 29-25. Emily Hughes at 12 and Allie Pearson with 11 for the Lady Zebras. The JV now 5-1. We had a chance to talk with Rochester Lady Zebra head coach Brian Jennings. We'll do that next year, listening to the Rochester Iron and Metal pregame show on 92.1 WROI.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Looking back in that game, Brian, how is Karina tonight and Lexi Thomas?
I think they're both warming up. I think they're both going to try to play tonight. They may be a little bit limited with a game again tomorrow night, but we held them out last night. They went through some exercises and some things, but they've warmed up in front of the trainer. They can run, they can jump, they can slide side to side. So I think we really escaped a couple that could have been pretty bad.
You know, talking to you after the game, and you're thinking maybe it's an Achilles or something like that, and then I walk in here tonight to get ready to, do the show, and I see her walking around with no visible limp, and I'm like, wow, that's a huge. We got away with one there.
Yeah, I even went back and watched it on tape and on film, and she didn't turn her ankle. So usually, maybe there's a turn there in the ankle, but when you don't see that turn and you have pain, that's usually when it's bad. So hopefully, maybe I just missed something there on tape, but I think we dodged a bullet with that Achilles. It's just a strain, and I think she's going to be fine.
Saturday we talked before that game how Winamac is a rivalry. It's a backdoor rivalry, and they were going to be good. They've got one of the best players in the state as a sophomore playing for them, Elaney Joseph, and I think that, Brian, you were kind of expecting them to hit you in the mouth, which they kind of did. It was physical, and it was good to see that we kept our composure the most of that game.
Yeah, and we responded well. I mean, again, we got off to a fairly good start, led at the end of the first quarter, struggled in that second quarter when Joseph was out, which, really we kind of dug a hole for ourselves a little bit right there. If we would have had a lead, maybe then she comes back in the second quarter and presses a little bit. Maybe we got a shot. But even with that, missing 20 free throws, we hit half of those, and with that 4.5-minute mark when she fouls out, and we may be only down 8 or 10 if we hit half our free throws. The girls even noticed that Winamac kind of got the deer in the headlights look for a little bit. But I think we had lost some confidence in the things that we were doing, missing some free throws and turning the ball over, that we just didn't have that boost to maybe get back in it. Whereas if we were a little bit closer, maybe we get a little different outcome. We go back and watch film and we look at all the mistakes that we made within the offense and defensively, and I think now we're a little upset that we didn't compete a little bit more in that game. So hopefully the girls are kind of catching on and seeing that what we need to do to compete in that game.
Well, the big deal is here for me is it sounds like they get it.
They're starting to. It's just we would like to have a little more practice time to practice doing the right things than just talking about the right things that we need to do. So we had one practice last night. We concentrated a little bit more on the defense. So now you're going into a Peru and a Logansport thinking, what's our offense going to do again? So it'll be really nice come Thursday and have 2 games to actually prepare for a game. So we're looking forward to Thursday.
Peru tonight, tell me about the Lady Tigers.
They're pretty solid, really. They play hard. They got a good young freshman, I think the last name's Wolf, that has scored 19 in one game, 22, 23.
And now for Rochester High School fight song. Welcome once again to Rochester High School. We're pleased to welcome you tonight. Good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of educational athletics. Our student athletes recognize that judgment calls by coaches, officials, and themselves are made in good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both of these teams by refraining from derogatory and demeaning comments. We hope that you'll enjoy the game tonight and support the students in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. Welcome to Rochester High School.
Karina Peterson, 34, senior guard.
Sierra Weathers, number 10, senior guard.
Catherine Hughes, 24, senior post.
Macy Brown, 12, junior guard.
Jordan Jennings, 20, junior guard.
Geneva Isbell, 14, junior wing.
Kinsey McKee, 40, junior post.
Rain Craig, number 22, junior guard.
Kim Batten, number 30, sophomore guard.
Mercedes Brown, 32, sophomore guard.
Cami Burkett, number 44, freshman guard.
Lexi Thomas, 50, freshman post.
Brianna Yarber, 24, freshman guard.
Mackenzie Leslie, 32, freshman guard.
Allie Pearson, 54, freshman post.
Kinsey Bradley, 14, freshman guard.
Emily Hughes, 52, freshman post.
Thank you very much and welcome to Rochester High School. Time now for the starting lineups for this TRC matchup featuring our guests, the Peru Lady Tigers and your own Rochester Lady Zebras. Starting lineup first for the Lady Tigers of Peru High School. A senior wearing number 4, Megan Sigovic. A junior wearing number 11, Cortland Crow. A junior wearing number 24, Julia Weeks. A senior number 25, Caitlin Mendoza. And a freshman number 32, Kate Wolf. Lady Tigers coached by Mr. Dave Weeks. Starting lineup for your Lady Zebras. A junior number 11, Jordan Jennings. A junior number 12, Macy Brown. Another junior number 14, Jenny Isbell. A sophomore number 32, Caitlin Rogers. And a junior number 40, Kinsey McKee. Ladies and gentlemen, coached by Mr. Brian Trinity. Here are officials for tonight's varsity contest. Mr. Mark Walter, Mr. Brandon Bennett, and Mr. Chad Meyer.
With black numbers and black letters. The shorts are getting a little shorter, like throwback in the 80s.
Well, they're still a little longer than that. Trust me, I wore those shorts in the 80s. You don't want to see them make a comeback.
So the Peru Tigers, again, 2-5 overall. Rochester is 3-3. It'll be Rogers and Crow to jump center for their respective squads. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Rochester High School Lady Zebras in action tomorrow night again as they host the Lady Berries of Logansport High School. The ball is up and the tip controlled by Kinsey McKee and Rochester. She runs the point, backs it out to Macy Brown. She drives it right, backs out to behind the three-point line. Now to Rogers, top of the key. Law pass down low is taken away by Peru. Sinkovics across the timeline right. Again for the Tigers, takes it to the baseline. Now on the block, dumps it down low, backs away in is Weeks. Turn around jumper's no good. Ball being tipped around. Offensive rebound for Peru. Sinkovics out to right. Free throw line extended. Now top of the key. Is that Crow? Is that 11? Yeah. Rochester in a 1-3-1, kind of what we saw on Saturday at Winnemac.
Yeah.
Mongosa,
Peru being very patient with the basketball.
Mongosa high on the left side. Now to Sinkovics, white on the near wing. Back to Mongosa behind the arc on the left side. Rochester in a 1-3-1. Mongosa down low, shot no good. And the rebound to Rochester's Brown. Macy rips and runs. Macy right wing. Now top of the key, left side to Caitlin Rogers, who holds behind the arc. Now to Brown high on the right side of Jennings. Jordan with the bounce pass to Rogers, top of the key. Now back to Isbell on the right side. Isbell goes left in the paint, rises up, shot off the glass, no good. And the rebound to Wolf. Gives to Sinkovics. And has her pass stolen by Brown. Macy, left side of the floor. Now crossover dribble to the right elbow. Baseline to Isbell. Her 5-footer is good.
So Isbell with 2 shots here to start this game. I know Coach Jennings wanted to see her shoot the ball more. He was a little disappointed in that from Saturday.
Rochester in a full court press. Mongosa over the top to Sinkovics. Cross lane pass down low. Shot is good by Wolf. And freshman Wolf puts it in for 2, and we're tied at 2. Brown brings it up the floor hard in the paint. Jump stops, rises up, shot partially blocked, picked up by Crow and Peru. Crow brings it up the floor through the center circle. Now middle of the floor at the free throw line. Loses the handle. Right there is Wolf. She'll take a 15-footer. It's off the back of the iron. No good. Sinkovics, her putback on the way is good, and Peru's up 4-2.
Rochester got to do a better job of finding a body to block out after the shot's taken.
And Coach Jennings is going to go to the bench quickly and bring in freshman Cammie Burkett. Macy Brown in the paint, goes to the basket. Her layup is good.
Another good take by Macy. She had a drive previous. She had a good shot inside the paint, just couldn't get it to fall.
Mongosa down low to Weeks. Weeks rises up, pushes the shot off the glass and in. Peru breaks the press easily that time, and now Peru back up 6-4. Macy Brown will walk it up. Mongosa will pick her up right at the timeline. She crosses the timeline right now at the volleyball line, now middle of the floor. Swings left side to Caitlin Rogers.
Starting to look like a Big 12 football game, not much defense.
Great give and go by Rochester as McKee puts it in for 2 from the left side of the floor. We're tied at 6, you're right. Rochester full court press. Crow breaks the press again like she did last time. Down low to Weeks. Weeks 5-footer that is short. There's a fight for a rebound. We're going to have a tie up. Peru going to keep possession out of bounds baseline left. And Cammie Burkett will come into the game for the first time tonight. And she replaces Caitlin Rogers. With those ankle braces and those shoes, it looks like she has work boots on.
It does.
I like it. Pass comes into Sinkovics. Fakes a 3, drives in the paint. And her shot's partially blocked out of bounds. Nope, they're going to say no partially blocked. It goes out of bounds off of Sinkovics, and it'll go back to Rochester. And that's Coach Weeks is saying, too. It's either got to be a block or a foul. We don't shoot like that. Under 5 to play in the first quarter. We're tied at 6. Brown right side of the floor against Mongosa in the man-to-man defense. Takes her middle of the floor between the rings at the volleyball line. High on the outside to McKee. McKee is fouled by Weeks, and it'll be out of bounds to Rochester on the far side.
Wow, that's not a good foul there. The foul her 25 feet away from the basket. That's her first, team first.
So Rochester with it, Burkett, left side to Isbell. Jenny in the paint, rises up from 10 feet, in and out, and back in. Rochester now up 8-6 and stays in that full court press.
Isabel with 4 of the 8.
Crow around the double team, goes to the left baseline, cut off by the double team, now to Mongosa at the free throw line. Now in the paint, we're going to have a foul on the reach in. I believe that's going to be whistled against Macy Brown.
Yeah. That's her first, team first.
4:26 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 8-6. It'll be Tiger basketball out of bounds baseline left. Mongosa will look to trigger it in for the Lady Tigers. Bounce pass into Sinkovics. Sinkovics gets a pick, and we're going to have who's that going to be on? Jennings?
Have to be.
Who's that going to be on?
She was the only one over there. Wow. That's her first, team second.
Huh. So Peru will get it out of bounds again, and Mongosa will look to get it in baseline left. Lob pass down low to Weeks, has it tipped out of bounds by Burkett. We'll try it again. Hey, TJ Smith, middle school coach, is going to come up at halftime to talk to us.
Good.
About the middle school team. I believe they beat Valley tonight. Entry pass comes into Weeks. She loses the handle, and Peru's going to knock it out of bounds. Rochester will get it back. And now Mongosa will pick up Macy Brown basically at the...
we're going to see a full court pressure here.
Burkett gets it in and Brown. Macy with the basketball, runs it up.
Yep, man-to-man full court pressure. She can just bring it up by herself.
Crosses through the center circle, high on the left side to Burkett. Burkett, crossover dribble at the free throw line. And now we're going to have a charge on Burkett for extending that left arm.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a turnover on Rochester. 4:09 to play in the first quarter. Rochester by 2. Zebras will be in a token man-to-man pressure here. Peru breaks it easily. Crow will go coast to coast. Her shot's blocked but picked up by Weeks and puts it back in for 2 for Peru, and we're tied at 8. Good job by Burkett. Blocked the pass or blocked the shot, but right into the hands of the trailing Weeks, who put it up and 2 for Peru. Jennings in the corner, feeds down low, ball taken away on the entry pass by Weeks and Peru. 3:45 to play in the first quarter. It's 8-8. Peru just about throws it out of bounds. Crow picks it up, has got to hurry, get it across the timeline before the 10-second count. She does. Outside of Mongosa, long three-point shot is good. It's a 2, I beg your pardon. Her foot was on the line as a 2, and Peru back up 10-8. Macy walks it up for the Lady Zebras with 3:25 to play in the first quarter, down by 2. Brown, middle of the floor, high on the left side to Jennings. Jordan holds one dribble to her right, now gives to Burkett on the right wing. Cammie, one dribble towards the free throw line, the three-point line, down low to McKee. Good look by Isbell, good finish by Kinsey McKee.
Yeah, really good look by Isbell as McKee dropped down off the free throw line. The defense stayed high. Isbell was able to feed it between the defense to McKee.
Crow for 3 is off the mark, way off the mark, no good. Brown grabs the board. 10-10, 2:50 to play in the first quarter. Brown in the paint, rises up from 15 feet off the back of the rim, no good. Ball tipped around. Burkett comes out of there with it. Burkett gives to McKee. Her turnaround jumper in the lane is good. Kinsey McKee with 2 more, and Rochester up 12-10.
McKee now is 6 in this first quarter.
Peru breaks the press. Crow goes all the way to the basket, rises up over McKee. High off the glass, no good. Isbell the rebound for Rochester. Hands off to Brown. Macy brings it up. Rochester by 2, 2:20 to play in the first quarter. Down low to McKee. Kinsey in the lane, kicks it out to Isbell. Long 2-point jumper on the baseline is no good. And another foul coming on Burkett for the push-off, and that'll be foul number 2 on Cammie Burkett. And Coach Jennings will go to the bench and bring in Karina Peterson.
Team 4th.
Her second, team 3rd. Into the Tiger lineup, number 3, Harper.
So Burkett is done, probably will be for a while now with 2 fouls in the first quarter. Sinkovics will bring it up. Like we said before, Peru not very deep. Mongosa high on the right side. One dribble to her right, almost has it passed on, but Sinkovics has it for Peru. The baseline, loses the handle off the foot of Rochester, picked up by Brown. Brown accelerates, right side of the floor, behind the 3-point line. Now fills the middle of the floor for the Lady Zebras, near the volleyball line to Jennings. Jordan Jennings, a couple of dribbles to her right, gives back to the left side to Peterson. Karina drives, and we're going to have a 3-second call whistled against Kinsey McKee. It'll go back to Rochester with 1:46. Go back to Peru with 1:46 to play in the first quarter. Lady Zebras up 12-10.
Peru's not really putting a lot of pressure on the 3-point shooters, but Rochester hasn't looked to take his 3-point shot yet either.
Crow's pass is picked off by Isbell. Jenny Isbell, left-handed layup is good, and Rochester up 14-10. 90 seconds to play. Caitlin Rogers will come back into the next dead ball. Peru breaks the press. Crow around the defense, throws a shot up, partially blocked. Rebound to Peterson. Karina Peterson now gives off to Brown, and Macy will bring it up the floor. She'll cross the timeline with a pass down low to McKee. Turnaround jumper too hard, and the rebound to Peru. And now we're going to have a reach-in foul on Jordan Jennings. That'll be the Rochester 15th foul with a minute 15 to play in the first quarter.
And a second on Jennings.
McKee comes out of the game. Rogers back in.
Back in the Zebra line, 32, Rogers.
Yeah.
Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Minute 10 to play in the first quarter. Rochester by 4. Here comes a half-court trap. Crow dribbles away from that. Gives to Sinkovics in the corner. Ball loose on the floor. We're going to have a tie-up. Rochester's going to get it back on the Peru turnover.
Val just pointed out that Rochester with 14 points. It took them 3 quarters to score that Saturday.
Well, the lid's definitely not on the bucket here, 2 foot in, like it was on Saturday. Sadie Brown comes in for the first time tonight for Rochester, a sophomore guard for the Lady Zebras.
Well, we're still in single digit on the turnovers, too.
Jordan Jennings comes out with 2 fouls. 60 seconds of play in the first quarter. Rochester by 4. Brown between the rings. Oh, had a 3, pass it up, gives to Peterson. She drives in the paint, kicks it right side to Sadie Brown. Sadie, a couple of dribbles to Peterson. Down to Macy Brown. 3-ball left wing, in and out, no good. Rebound, tipped around. Isbell comes out of there with it to Peterson. She'll fire a 3 from the left side. It's good. Rochester now by 7 with 35 seconds to play in the first quarter. Crow through the center circle for Peru against a 2-3 zone. Mongosa on the left wing. Now right wing to Sinkovics. Her 3 is off the side of the rim. Offensive rebound. Wraparound pass down low to Marburger. And she put it in for 2. She snuck in without me knowing it. Carly Marburger, a sophomore, puts it in for 2 with 15 seconds. 17-12 Rochester. Sadie Brown in the corner, now on the wing, top of the key to Peterson with 8. Now to Brown, 3, left baseline for the Lady Zebras is good again. With 4, with 3, with 2, with 1. 3-quarter court shot was Crow, is no good. After 1, Rochester leads 20-12. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Right. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
Tiger basketball.
Going to the second quarter of Rochester. Rochester Lady Zebras out to their biggest lead of the evening of 8 right now, 20-12.
Yeah, 20 points in the first quarter. They haven't scored 20 points in the first quarter the entire season until tonight. And only 3 turnovers in that first quarter.
Yeah, very good.
Yep.
So Peru will start the second quarter of the basketball going to our right. The Lady Zebras will be in a 2-3 zone. Kim Batten is in the game for the first time for Rochester. Marburger around the double team. In the lane to Weeks, out to Crow, 15-footers off the back of the rim, no good. And McKee grabs the board, nice hard.
Good block out by McKee.
Yep, good rebound by Kinsey McKee. And Brown has it high on the right side for Rochester. McKee, free throw line jumper off the window and in. Bank is open on Tuesday night.
McKee with 8 points now.
And it's 22-12. 30 seconds gone in the second quarter. 2-3 zone by the Lady Zebras. Weeks, baseline to Marburger. She's fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
The foul's going to be on Batten, her first, team 6th.
7:23 to play in the first half. Rochester leads 22-12, and Carly Marburger, a sophomore for Peru, at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Tigers. First one is short. She'll have one more.
First free throws of the evening for either team.
Well, from here on out, Peru will shoot free throws because Rochester has 16 fouls. Second one from Marburger, short again. Offensive rebound by Weeks, her putback no good. And another offensive rebound by Marburger. She's going to be tied up down low, and Rochester going to get it back. The concerning thing there is Peru got
two offensive rebounds, off a free throw.
Yep. 7:16 to play in the first half. Rochester by 10. Brown jogs it across the timeline against a 2-3 zone. Caitlin Rogers high on the right side, baseline to Batten. Back to Rogers behind the arc, down low to McKee, outside to Brown. Wide open three, left wing, off the back of the rim, no good, off the support of the backboard, out of bounds, it'll go back to Peru. Good look, just couldn't get that one to go down.
Peru hasn't put a lot of pressure on the three-point shooters at all so far in this game, but Rochester hasn't been able to really take advantage of it.
Isbell back in and Batten to sit down with 7 minutes to play in the second quarter. Rochester up 22-12. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Crow through the center circle against a 2-3 zone. Right side to Sinkovics. Now to Marburger. One dribble to her left. Sinkovics on the baseline around McKee. Now against a double team. Hasn't knocked out of bounds, but I believe Macy Brown's going to pick up foul number 2. So we got a guard foul situation right now.
Yep. Jennings, Brown, and Burkett all with 2 fouls. And the Lady Warriors in a bonus. Or the Lady Tigers.
Sinkovics will go to the line to shoot one and the bonus. Or was she shooting? Was it one in the bonus? Okay. First one on the way, short. Rebound to Peterson. Nice job for Karina. You never know she's playing with a bum ankle. She skied in for that board and gives to Brown. Free throw line to McKee. Back to Brown, high on the right side. Long three for the Lady Zebras off the back of the rim. No good. Sinkovics with the rebound for Peru. Baseball pass down the floor to Wolf. Wolf has her ball ripped away from her, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Peterson. Nice hustle by Karina to get back to stop that wide open layup.
Yeah, she hustled back and just took it right out of her hand.
Mongosa back into the game for Peru, and Sinkovics will come out. Tammy Burkett with 2 fouls will come back into the game for the Lady Zebras. And she'll replace Macy Brown with 2 fouls. 6:27 to play in the first half. Rochester by 10. Peru basketball baseline left. Mongosa looks to trigger it in. Bounce pass in to Wolf. Top of the key to Crow. Crow fakes, drives at the elbow. Down low to Marburger. 10-footer no good off the mark. Isbell with a rebound. It clears to Burkett. Burkett will slow up now. Will set up the offense for Rochester against Peru's 2-3 zone. McKee at the free throw line. Outside to Rogers. Caitlin back to McKee, just inside the 3-point line out of Isbell, and she backs it out and resets for Rochester. In the center circle, bounce pass high on the right side to Burkett with 2 minutes gone. In the second quarter, Rochester by 10. 2-3 zone by the Peru Tigers. Right side to Rogers, baseline to Isbell. Lob pass tipped away. McKee's there to pick it up, and then chucks her out of bounds. 5:50 to play in the first half. 22-12 Rochester. After the turnover, the Tigers will have it going to our right. Crow jogs it through the center circle, high on the left side to Wolf, baseline to Marburger. Marburger for Peru against the double team. Picks up a dribble, baseline back to Wolf. Long jumper, no good. Weak side rebound to Mongosa. Mongosa wrap around past to Crow. 10-footers, no good. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Peru. It'll go back to the Rochester Zebras. 5.5 to play in the first half. 10-point lead for the Lady Zebras.
Getting into one of those scoring droughts again like we did Saturday in the second quarter.
Fortunately, Peru is too.
Yeah.
Rogers for 3, right side, nope. McKee, foul on the putback. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
That's going to be Crow's first, team's second.
5:20 to play in the first half. Rochester up by 10. Kinsey McKee at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras.
McKee with 8 points, first trip to the free throw line.
First one on the way is nothing but net. She'll have one more. Isbell, I guess we'll stay in, won't she? Yeah. Sinkovits will come in, and coming out is Crow. McKee with one more.
Peru pretty well substitutes 5'8" for 5'8" for 5'8" for 5'8".
Second one is good. Kinsey McKee is the first one to reach double digits. She's got 10, and it's 24-12. I think 5'8", Brad.
That's a little generous, isn't it? 5'6", maybe.
Sinkovics right side. Cross lane pass is tipped away by Rogers. Caitlin Rogers on the break, right side of the floor. Throws up a shot. It is good. Caitlin Rogers goes coast to coast. Got a friendly roll. Now the Zebras are up by 14 at 26-12. How'd you like her running the point?
Yeah.
That's a 6-footer just going coast to coast without any effort. Oh, now we're going to have a blocking foul in Rochester, and that's going to send Peru back to the line to shoot one of the bonus.
That's on Rogers, her first.
Teammate at the line, 32, Wolf.
Wolf at the line for Peru. for one a bonus with 4:51 to play in the first half.
Peru yet to hit a free throw. Finally does.
Way to go.
I know.
KOD. One more coming for the Tigers. Looking to cut into this 13-point lead by the Lady Zebras. Second one is no good. Long rebound by Peterson, who gives to Rogers, quickly to Burkett. Rochester runs. Burkett right side of the floor behind the arc, now slows up, now to Rogers, has her pass picked off by Wolf. Wolf on the run for Peru, left side of the floor. Wrap around pass to Mongosa, goes out of bounds. Rochester going to get it back.
Somebody stepped out of their shoe. There we go.
Blew a tire, didn't they?
Yeah.
I believe that was Wolf who was leading that break.
Yeah.
So she'll come out and get her. Peru with it after the turnover. Woo! Speaking of turnover, I think Rochester just got away with one. 2-3 zone by the Lady Tigers. Burke on the left wing. One dribble. Gives to Karina Peterson between the rings of the volleyball line. Right side to Rogers. Now down low to McKee. McKee has her pass stripped away but picked up by Burkett outside of Peterson with 4:15. Over the top to Rogers. Rogers holds against the double team. Outside to Isbell. Her 15-footer is no good. Peterson's put back off the glass, no good. Ball being tipped around. Peru comes out of there with it. Sinkovics with the basketball in front of the scorer's table. Switches directions. Bounce past the Crow, top of the key. Left side to Mongosa. 15-footer left side of the floor is an air ball picked up by Isbell. Jenny now will give to Burkett. 26-13. Rochester up 3:45 to play in the first half. Burkett at the volleyball line. Peterson behind the arc, left side, lob pass to McKee. McKee in the paint, down low to Isbell. 5-footer partially blocked, gets her own rebound back. The putback on the window is good.
That time Isabel took one dribble out away from the baseline to get a better angle. Took it off the glass, great shot.
Rochester out of their biggest lead of the evening at 15. It's 28-13. Sinkovitz thought about a three inside the arc, out to Marburger. Marburger right wing to Mongosa to Crow. Down low to Weeks. Weeks in the paint against the double team, and she travels. Rochester going to get it back. So Batten and Allie Pearson will come into the game for Rochester, and coming out is McKee and Rogers. Allie Pearson coming off an 11-point JV contest. They win tonight 29-25. Going to talk a little bit middle school basketball here at the break with TJ Smith. You want to join us for that? Peterson, left wing three, as good as it rattles home.
Her second 3-point for the night, wide open again.
31-13. Rochester on top, Peru the basketball. 2-3 zone by the Lady Zebras. Mongosa goes to the baseline to Marburger. Marburger, one dribble to her left. On the baseline to Mongosa, throws up a shot, nope. And the long rebound to Peterson. Karina clears herself. Now we'll slow up and we'll reset the offense to Burke in the middle of the floor. 2.5 to play in the first half. Rochester up 31-13. Batten, baseline to Isbell. Her pass is tipped away and stolen down low by Marburger and Peru. Lady Tigers coming the other way. Sinkovics, right wing behind the arc, right in front of the Rochester bench. Since top of the key to Crow. Left side to Mongosa. 15-footers in and out, no good. Ball being tipped around. Pearson comes out of there with it. And outlets to Karina Peterson.
Pearson did a good job blocking out down there to get the defensive rebound.
Yep. 2:04 to play in the first half. Rochester up 31-13. Cammie Berger with the basketball against a 2-3 zone. And then throws the ball right at Peterson's feet. It goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Peru. Wolf back into the game for the Tigers, and Mongosa will come out. 1:54 to play in the first half. The Lady Zebras lead here at home 31-13. Crow runs a point for Peru. Lady Zebras two in a 2-3 zone. Bullet pass to Weeks. I'm not sure how she hung on to that, but she did. Now out to Wolf. Three, right side, air ball. Ball being tipped around. Peru comes out of there with it. Weeks put back, no good, but a foul coming on Pearson. That's going to send Weeks to the line to shoot two for Peru with 96 seconds to play in the first half.
The foul's on Batten, her second.
What do I know?
Yep. So that's the fourth Rochester player with 2 fouls.
Weeks at the line to shoot two for the Tigers. Eyes the first one, lets her fly. That too is short. All of them but one, and that one is because it went in, have been short.
Yeah, 1 of 7 this quarter alone. Matter of fact, all of Peru's attempts have come from the free throw line.
One more coming for the junior. Julie Weeks hits the second one, and it's 31-14. No pressure now by Peru as Burkett will jog it up the floor across the timeline. Now behind the arc, out to Peterson in the corner to McKee. Kinsey McKee backs away and against a double team. Wrapped out route pass, saved from going out of bounds, but right into the hands of Peru. Sinkovics leads ahead. Batten there to take away the pass, and now gives to Burkett. Nice job by Kim Batten getting back and stopping that break and stealing pass.
Oh, Burkett needs to not pick her dribble up right away.
Yeah, no
she
panic.
comes down the floor. Yep.
Minute 5 to play in the first half. Rochester up 31-14. Peterson, left wing, three is good again.
Peterson with her third three-pointer of this basketball game.
Rochester now up by 20 with 55 seconds to play in the first half. Crow through the center circle. Left wing to pass to Wolf. Baseline to Marburger. Marburger back to Wolf. Gives to Crow. Crow goes to the basket. Shots no good, but a foul coming on Rochester, and that's going to send Crow to the line to shoot 2.
Pearson will pick up her first, team 10.
44 Pearson, her first, team 10. At the line, shooting 2.
Crow will make her first attempt to the free throw line.
40.5 seconds to play in the first half. Rochester up 34-14. Crow, right-handed free throw on the way for the Tigers is good. It's in front of the rim and rolls in. She'll have one more. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
3 of 8 are the Tigers here in this quarter.
Second one for Crow. Good again. First Tiger to make 2 free throws in a row.
4 of 9 for this quarter.
34-16. 35 seconds. Burkett drives it right hard. At the elbow. Out to Batten. 3 right wing. Off the mark. No good. Ball being tipped around. Burkett comes out of there with 28. Burkett backs it out and resets for Rochester with 26. Bounce pass to McKee. Kinsey goes to the basket. Foul on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. So, Brad.
Yes.
If I were to give you 20 points in IU tonight, would you take the bet?
At the line, shooting 2 for the Zeros.
That's a tough one. That's definitely a gamble choice there. I don't know.
McKee at the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras. First one on the way is good. And one more coming as Rogers comes back in and Burkett will sit down. Also Mongosa back in for Peru, and Crow will get a rest. McKee with one more, looking to push this lead back to 20 with 22.6 to play in the first half. Second one's good again.
12 now for McKee.
36-16. Mongosa quickly through the center circle. Right wing pass to Sinkovics. Looks down low to Marburger. Drives it right with 14. Into the double team. Now into the triple team. Picks up the loose ball to Weeks. Outside to Wolf. Her long jumper is short with 7. Saved from going out of bounds. Rochester going to let it go out of bounds with 3.5 to play in the first half.
You know, I'm hesitant to take IU with 20, and most of my family screaming at me to take IU straight up. So.
What? Peterson with 3, with 2. Half quarter is, and she is fouled at the timeline. And Karina Peterson with 0.4 to play in the first half will go to the line to shoot 3.
Tigers, number 4, Sinkovics, her first.
Peterson already with 9 points in this first half on 3 3-pointers.
Coach Weeks is looking at the official saying, "You got to be kidding me!" But she hit her right in the mouth. Peterson's first one's no good. So I'll have 2 more. 0.4 to play in the first half. Rochester up 36-16. Peterson's second one. Good. One more coming for the senior. Looking to push this lead to 22. And now Coach Jennings pulls the other 4 players off the line. Second one for Peterson's good again. 0.4. And that'll do it for the first half. At halftime, the Lady Zebras lead Peru 38-16. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Play again because there were teams looking back on. We played a little better. We would have beat them.
Okay.
We got 7 games left.
So you're still in November and you're half done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. 6th grade we start earlier than we start at the same time the girls start.
Oh, I see.
So
you're 5-2.
Yep.
Big win tonight.
Yeah. Valley. 40-29.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Tell me who's on the team.
We got Jarrett Duncan, Drew Bowers, Owen Prater.
Well, I apologize already. If you've got a Bowers kid on your team.
Yeah,
gee.
He's trouble.
Yeah, I know his dad.
Tanner Reinhardt, Xavier Vance, Braden Oliver, Bryce Bauer, James Salyers, and Tristan.
Here's one thing, TJ. Once X figures out that he's the biggest guy on the floor, he is going to dominate everything that he does.
He's done it a few games this year so far. Peru, one of the games we lost, at the end, he decided, I don't want to lose, so he dominated. But unfortunately, we were down a little too much. Came back, made a close game at the end, but...
Play again this week?
We play Saturday at Wabash.
Is that a tourney?
It's just one game down there.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time here at halftime. Anytime you want to stop by and talk, you're more than welcome. All right. Congratulations on a nice start.
All right, thank you.
TJ Smith, 6th grade guys coach here at Rochester. And we're just going to bring Austin Onefield on right now. We're going to talk about the JV win tonight. Looked like, Austin, that early on you might take control early and just kind of run away from Peru. Peru didn't allow you to do that. They came back and tied it up. Good play down low. Towards the end of that game, one of Allie Pearson hit hoop in the arm, hit the free throw, pushed it out to 3.
Yeah, definitely. We wanted to make it a little interesting for the fans, I guess.
Well, you did.
Yeah. The big issue today was just not finishing jump shots, not finishing layups. If we had our shot chart out, I bet we'd miss at least 50% of our inside shots within 5 feet. But that was just the girls. I think they're still getting over the Thanksgiving break, but ultimately we shouldn't be making those shots, and I don't think it should have been that close to the game.
So Coach Jennings tells me in the pregame show tonight that you guys worked a lot yesterday on blocking out, and it showed.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of got on the girls at the last game against Winnemac. Our point guards missing key blockouts, which started the big run for Winnemac, and I think now we're starting to see everybody starting to box out, and we're starting to hold the younger kids accountable for more actions.
Well, I tell you this, whoever's on the bench is playing. You're not riding 5, you're not riding 6, you're riding about 7 or 8 kids the entire JV game. It's good to see everybody playing.
Definitely, and that's what you can get with this JV team is all the kids can really play almost all positions. I know with our point guards, we're not necessarily going to play with 5, but together, they've been working together for a long time, but also it's just kids are starting to understand their roles and starting to understand what they can do.
Emily Hughes led you tonight with 12.
Yeah, definitely, and it was good to get her back. She had an extended break that
signed me up for all that action.
Yeah, really. But it was an extended little break, and getting her back really helps. Having a 5'11" shooting guard come off the bench starting to help. But we're down right now, so we certainly get back to what we were doing originally when we were winning our first couple games.
Congratulations on the win tonight. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Rochester Junior Varsity basketball coach Austin Onnefield here at the break. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back with first half numbers after this. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you. RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are, on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Ooh, coverages now. I can help with this. Got zone coverage, man coverage, combo coverages.
I don't know, Peyton. I think more like the coverage your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, you want to go there? Home, auto, life, business, farm, boat, RV, ATV, camper, pet, motorcycle, your tour bus. Did I mention farm?
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local business.
Should really be good games.
It should be, you're right.
LaVille, yeah.
A good test for us early on.
Absolutely.
Peru starts with the basketball. No look pass in the corner to Sinkovics. Has her pass tipped away, but retained by Peru. Mongosa at the free throw line in the paint, tries to thread the needle. Ball picked off by Isbell, gives to Brown.
And Rochester putting a lot of pressure on the basketball.
Macy walks it across the timeline. I'm going to call this a 2-1-2. Would you call it that?
Oh, yeah.
And you're right, that now that zone has extended out beyond the three-point line.
They're coming out to the volleyball line to put pressure on the shooters.
Brown fakes a three, drives the baseline, 15-footer short. And Peru comes out of there with a rebound. And we're going to have a foul coming against the Rochester Zebras. Is that going to be on Rogers?
I think so. Yep, Rogers going to pick up her second. So Jennings, Brown, Rogers, Burkett, Batten, all with two.
Four-card press by the Lady Zebras. Wolf ahead to Crow. Breaks the press, but Bracy Brown's there to steal it from behind. And now she'll cross the timeline through the center circle. Rochester up 38-16 early into the third quarter here at Rochester. A key between the rings.
That 2-on-2 also takes away the free throw line for Rochester.
Yeah, you're right. The ball is tipped away. It's loose, stolen by Peru. Now to Crow. Crow around the defense. Pushes ahead to a wide open Mongosa. Left-handed layup off the window and in. Jordan Jennings just about got back to block that away, but Mongosa got it away just before she did.
That's the first field goal for Peru since the first quarter.
20-point lead for the Lady Zebras. 1-2-1 zone defense by Peru. Jennings behind the arc on the right wing against the double team right in front of the Rochester bench. Nimbles away from trouble. Gives to Rogers now. The free throw line to McKee. Left wing pass to Brown. Three ball for the Lady Zebras. No good. Isbell's putback is no good. Rogers putback off the window and in. Kaylin Rogers has arms that just won't quit. Those things are long, which makes her so effective in the paint, obviously. Crow around the defense against Rochester's 2-3 zone. Sinkovics on the right wing. Gives him the baseline to Wolf. Wolf drives around the defense, goes to the basket. Layup is good for Peru.
Wolf did a good job of weaving her way through the defense to find an opening. Rochester didn't do a very good job of stepping in front of her and shutting her off.
Kate Wolf, just a freshman for the Peru Tigers. Rogers behind the arc, left side. Now we're going to have a reach-in foul whistled against Peru. Is that going to be on Weeks?
Yep, that'll be her second. Team first of the half.
You know, you go to Winnemac and get pounded, and now these little touch fouls
come over here.
Are being called a foul. Lob over the top to Brown. Macy with the basketball against the double team. Dribbles to the baseline. Pulls it back outside to Rogers. Behind the arc about 5 feet. Dump down pass to Isbell at the free throw line. Lob pass to McKee out for fingertips and out of bounds. And let's go back to Peru.
That's one Isbell just needs to turn and shoot. She's one step inside the free throw line. McKee's battling hard down on the blocks to post up, but you know, when you're at the free throw line or in, just turn around and shoot it.
Right. 5:25 to play in the third quarter. Rochester by 20 at 40-20. Weeks. Cross lane pass is going to be kicked away by Rogers. It will stay with Peru on the far side. Nope, underneath the basket. 5:17 to play in the third quarter. 40-20. Rochester on top. Sinkovic will look to trigger it in for the Tigers. Bounce pass in to Wolf. Outside to Crow. Over the top to Mongosa in the corner to Sinkovic. Fakes a three. Dribbles to the elbow. Throws up a shot. Partially blocked by McKee. Gets her own rebound back. The putback, she's going to be fouled by McKee, and that's going to send Sinkovic to the line to shoot two.
McKee picks up her first, team second.
Her first. Team second at the line.
5:07 to play in the third. Rochester up by 20. And Weeks at the line to shoot two for the Tigers.
Weeks 1 of 2 from the line.
First one's in and out, no good. She'll have one more. Julie Weeks, a junior, with one more for Peru. Looking to catch this Rochester lead to 19. Right-handed free throw is good this time. 40-21, Zebras. Macy walks it up the floor, across the timeline through the center circle against the 2-1-2. Gets a pick, goes to the right side. Behind the arc, looks down low to McKee. Had her. High on the left side to Rogers. She forces a pass inside, tipped away and stolen by Peru. And then Rochester comes away and steals it from behind Wolf. Now Brown has it on the left wing. 2-1-2 still by the Tigers. Wolf make that Brown lob pass down low to McKee. Her shot too hard. And Crow with the rebound. Crow rips and runs for the Tigers. Down low to a wide open Mongosa. Mongosa against Brown. Outside to Sinkovics. On the block to Crow behind the arc, and she's going to be fouled by Jennings. This will be foul number 3 on the Lady Zebras, or on the Jordan Jennings.
Yep, Jennings picks up 3, team third.
And that's going to send Coach Jennings back to the bench, and Cammie Burka will come in for Rochester.
Team third of the half. For the Zebras, number 1, Burka.
And Jennings to sit with 3 fouls. 4:28 to play in the third. Rochester up 40-21. Peru basketball baseline right. Mongosa studies against Isbell. Gets it into a wide open Wolf. The wide open shot down low is good. Somebody lost track of the freshman.
I was just going to say, they lost track of her coming off that screen.
40-23. Macy on the run. Top of the key. Gives outside to Burke on the right wing. Dribbles to the free throw line, extend to the right. Against a double team. Gets it out to Rogers. Cross court pass to Brown. Wide open 3 left wing for the Lady Zebras. Off the window, no good. Isbell the rebound. Put back is off the glass, no good. Ball being tipped around. Still being batted around. Peru comes out of there with it. Weeks out west to Crow. Peru runs. Down low to Mongosa off her fingertips and out of bounds.
Rochester getting beat down the floor.
Peru always has seemed to leak somebody out, haven't they?
Yep.
Most times. 3:45 to play in the third quarter. 17-point lead for Rochester. Brown, wide open 3. Everybody just kind of ran away from her, missing it. The McKee putback is no good. Isbell's putback off the window and no good. McKee with the rebound. No make that Rogers. Her floating follow-away jumper is good. And now Peru will take a timeout. 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. It's a 30. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
The Oak Hill girls leading Manchester 27-9. And at halftime, the Valley guys leading Argus 20-19. Crow is whistled for a carry. Rochester will get possession. Nice job by the Lady Zebra defense. That half-court trap forced that turnover with 3:25 to play in the third. Macy Brown will walk it up the floor. Peru in that 2-1-2 still. Runs it through the center circle. Picks up her dribble over the top to Rogers. 3 left wing is good.
Caitlin Rogers with her third field goal of this quarter.
Rochester now out a 45-23 lead.
She's got all 7 Zebra points.
And then she steals the basketball, gives to Burkett. Cammie Burkett, middle of the floor, one-on-one against Sinkovics. Her shot high off the glass and goes in. Northfield girls lead Mechanical at halftime, 23-17. What? 23-17? 47-23 here at Rochester. Lady Zebras up on Peru with 2:40 to play in the third. Sinkovics, lob pass down low to Weeks. Off her foot, out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Isbell. Will stay with Peru, baseline left. Catherine Hughes comes in for the first time tonight for Rochester. And Peterson back in for the Lady Zebras. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Rogers and Isbell comes out. Sinkovics will look to trigger it in for the Lady Tigers. Lob pass to Weeks, her shot.
Yeah, get McKee on the block.
McKee never touched her with the body or with the arm or anything, and that's going to send Weeks to the line to shoot 2.
That'll be her second, team fourth.
Team fourth at the line, shooting.
I obviously had a better look at that than he did, standing right beside it.
Weeks with 6 points, 2 of 4 from the line.
Weeks with 2. First one for the junior is good. One more coming for the Tigers. It's a 23-point lead right now for Rochester at 47-24. Weeks again. Is good. And it's 47-25. Brown through the center circle on a walk. Gets a pick from Burkett, works to the right, now on the right baseline. Now inside the three-point line. Step back three on the way is off the mark, no good. Rebound by Burkett. Her put back from the free throw line is no good. Long rebound to Peru. Ball's loose. Peterson has it to Burkett, and Peru is going to knock it out of bounds on the deflection. It'll stay with Rochester on the far side.
Rochester's has done a pretty good job of getting a lot of offensive rebounds. Unfortunately, they're not having any luck at all on the putbacks.
Brown gets it into Burkett. Back to Brown, wide open three, left wing for Lady Zebras, off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound to Peru, and Marburger loses it, but they're going to say Peterson has last touched it. I hope Coach Jennings just told Macy Brown, keep shooting. We need you to shoot. Just keep shooting. You've got that wide open look. Just keep chucking it. I like it.
Her shooting percentage hasn't been very good today, but she's had a lot of open looks.
Yeah, she's got to keep shooting that. Weeks in the lane, runs over Macy Brown, and we're going to have a travel. I think Weeks got a little elbow on Brown. Macy hit the deck hard, and then a travel was called. Rochester's going to get it back on the Peru turnover. 100 seconds to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 47-25. 2-1-2. Burkett drives it right. Out to Brown, now at the volleyball line. Over the top to Peterson. Karina with three threes already. Out to Brown on the left wing. Macy brings it to her right. Bounce pass to Catherine Hughes at the free throw line as she travels. Minute and a half in the third. 22-point lead for the Lady Zebras. Crow threw across the timeline through the center circle. 2-3 zone by the Lady Zebras to Wolf. And Wolf's entry pass is knocked away by McKee. It'll stay with Peru baseline left. Baseline left of the Tigers. Minute 19 to play in the third quarter. 22-point lead for Rochester. The inbounds pass is tipped away by Brown. And it'll be out of bounds for Peru now, baseline right. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. And we've lost the clock.
Uh-oh.
We'll blame that on Randall, because it's easy to do that way.
Yep.
So it's back. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, it's Jake's chair, that's why.
Yes.
Hey, Ruff, get your chair off of the board.
Inbounds pass comes into Weeks. He turns around and puts it in for two. A minute 10 to play in the third quarter. Rochester's lead down to 20. 2-1-2. Burkett high on the right side. Gives to Jordan Jennings, is back in the game, to Hughes. Hughes pass is tipped away and stolen by Rochester. Wolf, right side of the floor. Wolf, cross lane pass to Wolf to Crow. Her layup is good. 50 seconds. 47-29 Rochester. Burkett. Top of the key. Right side to Jennings. Looks down low to McKee. Can't get her against a double team. One dribble out to Burkett with 35. Jennings down low to McKee. McKee under the basket. Wrap around layup is no good, but a foul coming on Weeks. And Kinsey McKee will go to the line to shoot two for the Lady Zebras.
McKee trying to dribble around underneath the basket, tried to flip it up underneath, and just couldn't get it over the rim.
Yeah. Well, because she was hacked. McKee at the line for two for Rochester. Looking to push this lead back to 20. First one is short. We'll have one more. Mongosa back in for Peru. And Weeks with 3 fouls will check out.
McKee with 12 in that first half. Still looking for her second half points.
Kinsey with one more. The junior eyes the second one. Right-handed free throw is short again. And Mongosa with the rebound. She gives out to Crow. Crow pushes hard in the corner to Sinkovitz. I'd like to know how many threes they've attempted tonight, because that one is another one they passed up. Down low to Mongosa. Mongosa then fouled the shot, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. I thought Catherine Hughes got enough to tie that one up.
I thought she had ball. That's her first, team fifth.
21.8 to play in the third. Rochester up 47-29. And Mongosa at the line for Peru for two. Caitlin Mongosa's first free throw off the back of the rim, no good. She'll have one more. Again, Rochester Lady Zebras back in action tomorrow night as they host the Lady Berries of Logansport High School. Second one on the way is no good again off the back of the iron. Jordan Jennings grabs the board and clears with 18. She'll cross the timeline high on the left side with 16. Now middle of the floor to Burkett with 13. Cammie dribbles to the right with 11. Backs it back out to the volleyball line with 9. Now to Jennings with 7. Her pass is tipped away and stolen by Mongosa. Ahead to Wolf with 3. Wolf will go to the basket, throws up a shot, and it's good. That's going to do it for the third quarter. After 3, Rochester leads 47-31. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer simply free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Rochester High School Lady Zebras out to a 47-31 lead, and it'll be their ball to start the fourth period going to our right.
Peru scored almost as many points in that third quarter as they did the entire first half. So cut into that lead a little bit.
Did. Yes, they sure did. I think Rochester's biggest lead has been about 24-26.
Yeah.
And now it's down to 16. Peterson, Brown, Hughes, Catherine Hughes, Rogers, and Jennings on the floor for the Lady Zebras to start this fourth. Again, working that against that 2-1-2. Brown against a double team. Bounce pass near side to Jennings. Jordan dribbles to her left, top of the key, outside to Peterson. Karina's had a good game. 9 points on 3 shooting. On 3 3-pointers, I should say. Ball's tipped away and stolen by Peru. Crow brings it up. On the run through the center circle. In the paint. Goes to the basket. Ball tipped away from behind by Brown. Picked up by Peterson. 30 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. Brown on the run. Her entry pass is tipped away. Ball loose, picked up by Peterson. Out to Brown, high on the left side. Lob pass to Rogers. Backs her way in, throws up a shot, no good. Crow with the rebound. Crow runs for Peru. 3-on-1 break. No look pass to Mongosa, and then her pass is tipped away and stolen by Peterson. Now Brown has it. Brown top of the key. Outside to Jennings. Jennings against a 2-3 zone, drives it right to the baseline. Cut off, down low, ball tipped away and stolen by Peru. Sinkovics on the run, right side of the floor, loses the handle. No travel, no call for travel or carry. Kicks it outside, ball tipped away and stolen by Rochester.
Now we're getting into the turnover fest here in the fourth quarter.
Macy walks it up the floor through the center circle. 6.5 to play in the game. Rochester by 16. 3, Macy straight away is no good. Caitlin Rogers put back off a window, no good. And Marburger with the rebound, and we're going to have a foul coming against Rochester.
Rogers pick up her third.
And Peru will shoot free throws from here on out.
Rogers, her third.
Well, after this one, I should say. Coach Jennings looking down his bench. And I think he's going to go to the, Isbell and Batten will come in the next opportunity. Mongosa on the left side gives to Marburger. Sinkovics, top of the key. The free throw line. Not a Mongosa to Wolf. Wolf drives. Wrap around past Marburger. Outside to Sinkovics. 3, right wing, short, air ball. The rebound put back by Mongosa is no good. And Karina Peterson
clears the lane.
It doesn't matter. She sees a body, she's clearing out. White or black jersey. Somebody's going flying. Brown top of the key. Left side to Peterson. 3 over the defense. Left side. No good. Ball tipped around. Peru with the rebound. Sinkovics, right side of the floor for Peru. She'll go all the way to the basket, and we're going to have a blocking call on Peterson. If she stands her ground, it's a charge.
I agree. That's Peterson's first, team 7th.
Peterson, her first, team 7th.
And so Sinkovics will go to the line to shoot one of the bonus. Isbell and Batten back in. Hughes and Peterson to come out.
Sinkovics with just 2 points in the ball game.
Aubrey Holtz will come into the game for the first time. And the next dead ball, we're going to have a defensive violation.
Lane violation.
On Jennings for being in the lane too soon. 5:40 to play in the game, 47-31 Rochester. Sinkovich with one of the bonus. Oh, now we're going to have a second one's no good, and Isbell the rebound. I thought Marburger maybe moved a little too soon. And then Wolf steals the basketball from behind, gives to Crow. She'll go coast to coast. Layup is good. And all of a sudden, this lead is down to 14 at 47-33. Kinsey McKee will come back in for Rochester.
Well, Rochester with a 38-point first half. They've only managed 9 points here in the second.
Brown straightaway three is in and out, no good. And the rebound to Marburger. Outlets to Crow. Peru runs, 5 minutes to play in the game. Crow in the paint. Jump pass to Mongosa. 15-footer is no good. And Rogers comes out of there with it, gives to Jennings. Jennings across the timeline to Brown. Macy, bounce pass to Jennings. Back to Brown, top of the key. 4:45 to play in the game. Now to Batten, back to Macy Brown, top of the key. Stands behind the rings, baseline, or make that between the circles. And the entry pass is knocked out of bounds by Peru. So Burkett and McKee back in. Batten and Rogers to come out.
Into the Titan Arena for the first time, number 20, Holtz.
Holtz in for the first time for Peru. And Weeks will come back. 4:36 to play in the game, 47-33. Rochester with the basketball, and we'll have it out of bounds. Yeah, baseline right with the lead. Again, a 47-33. Brown looking to get it in. And her pass is picked off by Peru.
Peru did a pretty good job of baiting Brown to throw it to that sideline.
Crow shot no good. Offensive rebound put back by Wolf is no good, and McKee grabs the board. And now we're going to have a foul on Peru. That'll be the team foul at half for the Tigers. The 13th foul, I should say.
That was from Weeks. That's her fourth.
4:20 to play in the game. Rochester by 14 at 47-33. 2-1-2 for Peru. They've ran this the entire second half.
It's been really effective because
it has.
Rochester's only managed 9 points since halftime.
Brown behind the arc on the right wing against the double team. Dribbles to the baseline. Cut off by Marburger. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass to McKee. Back to Brown, and we're going to have a foul on the reach in by Crow. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester right in front of their bench with 4 minutes to play in the game.
Crow will pick up her third, team fourth.
Team fourth.
Haley Wolf comes into the game for the first time in weeks to come out. Sinkovich will come back in for Peru.
And also back in for Sinkovich.
Kate Wolf will come out for Peru. Brown will get it in. Into Jennings. Back to Macy right in front of the Coach Jennings on the Rochester bench. Baseline to Burkett. Burkett drives and travels.
It's the 16th turnover now.
What was it at halftime?
9.
3:50 to play in the game. Pass comes into Sinkovich. Sinkovich across the timeline, middle of the floor, out to Crow. Crow, left wing three for Peru's in and out, no good. The put back by Marburger is good. And now the lead is down to 12 for Rochester at 47-35. 3:30 to play in the game. Peterson will come back in for Rochester. Brown bounce pass on the near side to Jennings. Jordan with the basketball, dribbles to the corner against Marburger. Here comes a double team. Gets it out to Burkett, and Rochester throws it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Substitution for Rochester, 34, Peterson.
Part of that 2-on-2 for Peru is they're trapping anytime they can get you in a corner or along the baseline, and Jennings dribbled right to where they wanted her to go in that corner, and they trapped her.
Peterson back into the game. McKee comes out. Crow left wing for Peru. Over the top, ball tipped away. There's a sprint for it. Macy Brown picks it up. Puts it off the glass, is no good. And Peru with the rebound. It's actually going to be a jump ball, but Peru's going to get possession, so give them the rebound.
Substitutions.
Wolf and Marburger back in.
25, Mendoza, 32, Wolf.
I'm sorry, Wolf and Mongosa back in. 3:14 to play in the game, 47-35. Rochester on top. Peru with the basketball. And then the pass is stolen by Burkett. She puts it off the glass and in.
That breaks a long drought for Rochester.
Marburger pass was lazy. And then Rochester turns Peru over again. Brown high on the left side, under 3 to play in the game. Bounce pass to Burkett. Cammy on the baseline. Down low to Isbell. Foul the shot. She'll go to the lane to shoot 2. The lead is back to 14 points. 2:55 to play in the game. Lady Zebras up 49-35. And Jenny Isbell at the line for Rochester 4-2.
The foul is on Crow, her 4th, team 5th.
Yeah, they can't lose her.
No.
Isbell with 2. First one for the junior is good as it rolls around and falls through. Isbell, the 5'10 junior, with 1 more. The right-handed free throw is no good. And Rochester fighting for the rebound. It's going to be a tie-up, and Rochester are going to get possession.
Burkett and Isabel doing a great job keeping that ball alive.
Weeks
back in, Marburger to come out. 2:51 to play in the game. Rochester up 50-35. Jenny Isbell looks to get it in. In the corner to Brown. 3, right baseline. Nope. Mongosa will make that wolf for the rebound. Sinkovics will go in for the right-handed layup. She's fouled on a shot by Burkett, and that's going to send Peru to the line to shoot 2 with 2:43 to play in the game.
Burkett picks up her 3rd.
Fouls on Burkett, her 3rd.
So Rogers will come in after this first free throw for Rochester. Sinkovics back to the free throw line for Peru. She'll be shooting 2 for the Lady Tigers.
She's 0 for 2 from the line today.
0 for 3, and I'm not sure if that drew iron. According to the student section, it did not. McKee back in, and Peru will take a 30-second timeout. I'm sorry, it'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet, and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you. RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are, on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
2:43 to play in the game. Rochester up by 15 at 50-35, and after the Peru timeout, they'll be back at the free throw line with 1 free throw.
After timeouts, at the line, shooting 1 for the
Sinkovic, 2 points in the ball game, 0 for 3 from the line.
1 more coming for the senior. Sinkovics. Second one off the back of the rim. Nope. But an offensive rebound. Yep. Crow just inside the 3-point line straight away is good. And it's 50-37. You keeping track of timeouts, Brad?
No.
Okay, cool. Against a full court press. Brown splits the double team, gives to McKee, now to Rogers, down low to Isbell, layup is good!
And Isabel becomes the 3rd Lady Zebra in double figures.
52-37, that was perfect. Entry pass is tipped away and stolen by Burkett. Burkett across the timeline, fills the middle of the floor with 2 minutes to play in the game. 52-37, Rochester on top. Isbell high on the right side, right in front of the Rochester bench. Dribbles a couple of times with her left hand down the middle of the floor, now to Brown. Wide open 3 left baseline, is in and out, no good. And there's a fight for the rebound. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Isbell to go back to Peru. Minute 45. Sinkovics, 3, right wing for Peru. Nope. Isbell with the rebound. Gives off to Brown. 90 seconds. Rochester going to improve to 4-3 overall and 1-1 in the TRC. And we'll try to find some game legs for tomorrow night.
Yeah, absolutely.
McKee down low, puts it off the left side of the board and in.
McKee getting her first bucket since the first half.
Minute 15 to play. 54-37. Bongosa in the lane to Weeks. Weeks against the double team, throws up a shot. It's no good, but a foul coming on Rochester, and that's going to send Weeks to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Tigers with 1:09 to play in the ball game, with Rochester up 54-37.
Fouls on Burkett, her fourth.
Weeks for 2. First one is good. Marburger back into the game, and Sinkovics is done. One more coming for Weeks with 1:09 to play. Second one is good again. Hughes back into the game for Rochester, and Isbell, who's had a really good night, comes out.
Also for the Tigers, 20, Holtz.
Isbell with 11.
Full court press by the Tigers. 54-39 Rochester. Burkett, middle of the floor to Brown across the timeline right. Macy on the wing, now on the baseline. Wrap around pass to Rogers, dump down low to McKee, tipped away, stolen by Peru. 55 seconds. Crow will go coast to coast. Right-handed layup is no good. Is that going to be a blocking foul? Macy was not moving, and she ran over her. I don't get it. I apparently don't know what a foul is anymore.
Oh, they're going to call Burkett on that. And that's her fifth.
Maybe that's why it wasn't a charge. The push came before the charge.
Burkett will finish with 4.
At the line, shoot 2. Number 11, Crow.
And Peterson back in for her. 51.7 to play in the game. Rochester up 54-39. And Crow at the line to shoot 2 for Peru. Eyes the first one and lets her fly, and it's good. Again, our next broadcast will be Friday night, as we'll travel to Winnemac, as the Rochester guys will battle the Warriors over there. That's a 6 o'clock JV start, 7:15 pregame show. Second free throw is missed, and then Peru knocks the basketball out of bounds on the outlet pass. It'll stay with the Zebras right in front of the Rochester band.
Peru still hustling, still fighting.
I like it. 54-40. Rochester on top with 47 seconds to play in the game. Karina Peterson gets it into McKee. To Brown. Brown will slow up. She'll walk it across the timeline.
If Peru had started the game in this 2-1-2, it might have been a little different outcome.
Macy just holds or just stands and dribbles. Peru now comes out.
Oh, yep, double dribble.
Applies pressure and forces a turnover. 29.7. 54-40 Rochester. Peru the basketball. Inbounds comes into Wolf. Wolf left wing over the top to Crow. Fakes a 3. Rebels around the defense. Jumper is partially blocked. Weeks with the rebound. She loses on the way up. Outside to Crow with 19. Crow's shot no good, but Macy Brown's going to pick up a foul and is going to send Crow to the line to shoot 2 for the Tigers.
That'll be 3 on Brown.
On the Zebras, number 12, Brown. Her third at the line, shooting 2.
Crow 3 of 4 from the line, 9 points in the ball game.
First one for Crow is good. 17.6 to play in the game. 54-41 Rochester. The Lady Tigers with one more freebie here. Crow's second one is good again. 54-42. Inbounds pass comes into Brown. Macy against the double team, runs away from the double team, crosses the timeline, down middle of the floor. Dribbles to the left wing with 10. Out to Peterson in the center circle with 8, with 7. Here comes the pressure with 5, with 4, with 3, and that'll do it. Rochester going to win tonight, 54-42. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value in Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.